Hold up, is there a new bonus reward? Oh my god, it's the golden foundation skin. I didn't think this thing was ever going to come to the game. Now let me teach you how to get the bonus secret reward. Alright, so what you guys are going to want to go ahead and do is land at Tilted Towers, because Leak has found out all of his challenges actually coincide inside of Tilted. So let's go ahead and start with what you go ahead and need to do to unlock this skin. So what you are going to want to go ahead and do to get this, you're going to go ahead and make your way over to the bottom left side of Tilted over here, guys, okay? Now, once you make your way over to the bottom left side of Tilted, very specific, you cannot mess this part up, okay? Now, if you want this reward, what we're gonna have to do, guys, is gonna be super easy and simple. So what you're gonna go ahead and do is come out of your map or whatever you are doing, and you are gonna make your way over to this clock tower right here, guys. So what you're gonna want to go ahead and do, basically, is go ahead and build up a staircase just like so. Now, I've already built this for us, so it's gonna be super easy, and you guys can just get straight to the point so you can learn how to do this. So just stay with me if you really want this reward. It's totally worth it, guys, okay? So once you get to this location, you are going to build up on the clock tower, and you are going to basically build all the way up the clock tower, okay? Now, once we're going to go ahead and get to the top of the clock tower, is you are basically going to stand in this left side of the building. So I recommend coming up on this side where I have built up, so that you guys will be able to replicate exactly what I do. So go ahead and build up like I have. So then once you get to this corner right here, what you are going to need to do to basically unlock the reward is basically stand in the back left corner just like this, as you can see. Now, once you've stand in the back left corner, it is going to be probably recommended if you use something like an AR, shotgun, SMG, just something in your inventory so you can basically aim down the sights, so you basically, your character walks slower, so we can go ahead and get this reward, guys, okay? So what you're going to want to go ahead and do is stand in the far left corner just like so, and you're going to aim down your gun right down below, okay? Now, once you have basically aimed down your gun, you are going to basically want to make your way up the corner, okay? So you see this little line here right here, guys? This is how we're going to get the reward, okay? So what you are going to need to do basically is make your way up very slowly up this ramp, but you're going to stay very close on the actual edge right here. As you can see this little line, you want to stick very closely to this, okay? So once you get to here, you're going to basically keep your aiming down your gun, and you're going to walk all the way up. Now, once you've made your way all the way up, it is very important that you did a catwalk from this corner up to this corner. Because if you do it from any of the other corners, it basically doesn't align in the game files and won't allow you to go ahead and receive the reward, okay? So if you want this reward, stick with me, because we're about to go ahead and unlock this, and I'm so excited, okay? So once you get to the top of this little part right here, what you need to do is make sure you've aimed your way up this little line right here, and once you get to the top, you're going to see these 4 different squares, okay, guys? Now, these 4 squares are going to make sure that you have completely lined up with the location that you need to be in. So once you are standing here on this top of the location, what you're going to go ahead and need to do to get the reward is basically go ahead and put down the emote button, okay? Now, once you've put down the emote button, we are very close to receiving the reward. So what we're going to need to do to basically go ahead and get the reward is do this right now. So what you need to do is basically go ahead and choose any emote. Now, this is the first part out of the 2 steps. All you need to do is just 2 steps, guys, and you will receive this golden reward. So do any emote of choice. It does not matter. Now, as soon as you've done this, boom, we've just ticked off 1 out of the 2 options we need to do to go ahead and receive the awesome golden reward. Before we get to the second step, I'm interrupting to give these guys a shout out. These are just my subscribers, and if you want to get a shout out in my next video, all you need to do is like the video, subscribe, and then comment you have subscribed. Right, let's go into number 2. So what you're going to go ahead and do is immediately run all the way back down, because we are now done and dusted with this location, and we can move on to the second point of how we can go ahead and receive this awesome golden reward. So once we've gone ahead and made our way off the clock tower, what makes sense, guys? If you have a guess, we went to the bottom left location, so what would make even more sense? Well, it is the top right location, so the complete opposite side of Tilted is where we are going to need to make our way to. So I can recommend you guys that you actually maybe try this in battle labs or something like that, because then you won't have anybody distracting you, because obviously these tips are going to be slightly hard to do to actually go ahead and complete the challenge, because obviously if you have people shooting at you, you're not going to be able to do this really easily. So I recommend just doing this in battle labs. So once you go ahead and make your way over to the top right location of Tilted up here, as you can see, the second challenge to actually unlocking the skin, which we are so close to now. We literally have 1 more step left, guys, and we are so close to unlocking this. this. So what you are going to want to head and do basically is make your way over to the cafe. Now, once we are at the cafe, what we're going to do is unlock the second emote location, like the leakers have told us, to go ahead and receive our golden reward early, and I'm so excited. So what you're going to go ahead and do is land over here at the cafe area. Now, what we're going to need to do is I recommend going ahead and actually opening up this freezer. Now, this isn't actually a step, but this actually does help with the alignment of the emote, okay? So you know how we had to align ourselves earlier? This is going to help once again also. Now, how this helps is because what you can see here is when you aim, you see this, guys? It's going to bring out a blue circle. This is going to help us align us with the spot that we need to emote in to receive the golden reward. So what you're going to go ahead and need to do basically is go ahead and run over to this umbrella right here. Now, we are so close to actually completing this final step, so you guys can receive the reward. So what you are going to need to do basically is get out the flopper, and now what you are going to need to do is hold the button like LT or something like this, guys, as you can see on my controller. And now what that's going to go ahead and actually do is actually hold out like this, so you have nothing in your face, so you can completely see what you are doing. So, let's go ahead and complete this last step so we can get the challenge. So, what you're going to want to do is basically jump up while holding the flopper, and it's going to make sure that you smoothly get on top of the roof. Now, what are we going to need to do to actually complete this challenge to go ahead and finish it off so we can get this awesome skin? Well, what you're going to need to do is basically hold your flopper out, and you are going to make your way over to the corner over here. Now, we are so close to actually completing this challenge. It is absolutely insane, and I'm so excited to actually get the skin. So, what you guys are going to need to do is basically walk up to this little blue cafe thing right here. You see this, guys? This little blue cafe thing? Well, what you are going to need to do basically is, well, hopefully this bird doesn't land in your way. Wait for the bird to move out of your way if it does land there. But as you can see, the bird basically just identified the spot that you were going to need to go into to go ahead and receive the awesome reward. So what you're going to need to do is why I recommend getting the flopper for this is because you can go ahead and line yourself up perfectly by holding it out with LT or whatever you need to do, and you'll be able to see your footprints, because as you can see, if you go ahead and do it with like a shotgun or something, you're just going to basically fall off the edge and won't be able to complete it very easily. What I recommend you do is basically jump back up on the roof, but this time hold out your flopper, and by holding out the flopper and then making your way up to it slowly, you will be able to align your feet perfectly to get on top of this basically sign right here. Now, to basically go ahead and get a free reward, all you are going to need to do now is basically go ahead and hit a second emote on top of this. And boom, that is the 2 steps done, and you can now go ahead and claim your golden skin. But the question is, when are you going to receive it? Well, Fortnite have stated themselves that they're going to be releasing it to everybody that has done these challenges as soon as the new season starts. So get excited for the new season, guys. I can't wait to receive my rewards. Hey, you, are you still watching? What are you doing? Click this video right now on screen. I know you are still listening. Hey, you better click it. I'll see you in that video.